Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. I believe this is our first FNM for a Force of Will. I am on Turbo Depths here versus John on Goblins, a deck he has had a ton of success with. He has taken down many tournaments with this, posted high in the standings in some very large events, taking some down as well. And he has been back at it in recent months. I know he spent a bunch of time getting into pretty competitive paintball scene, but nobody ever really quits Magic. You just kind of take a break for a while, and here he is with a deck he's very familiar with, against a deck that he may not be that familiar with. Now he's going to be reasonably well positioned with his playset of Wastelands. Oh, he's not on Goblins. I don't remember this tournament at all, so this is actually just as exciting for me as you guys. I really thought he was going to be on Goblins. Maybe this is going to be Sneak and Show. We'll see. So, Thespian Sage, Lotus Petal, Pithing Needle. I guess still going to name Wasteland because no idea what he's on. Brainstorm, and I think that was a sneak attack, so all right. We've got two combo decks here. So that segue doesn't really hold up. Did not age well. Or sorry, the intro didn't age well. John is not on Goblins. He is on Sneak Attack. He has done quite well with this as well. So he is a rather accomplished player. This is a deck that's not at all surprising to see him playing. And it looks like a turn 2 2020 is a possibility here. Can activate with the Lotus Petals and make a 2020 indestructible during the end step, untap and swing. Let's see if he can do anything to stop this. Those Lotus Petals, the only thing that could have been countered, the two lands, just the first two land drops of the game, and this really showing some real resiliency in the strategy that is this Turbo Depths build. You can make a 2020 on turn 2 a variety of ways. Thespian Stage plus a lot of fast mana, or Vampire Hexmage on turn 2. That only requires an Urborg, as it enables your Dark Depths to tap for mana as well. So Turbo Depths very often making a 2020 on turn 2 or 3. Turn 4 is kind of the latest you could conceivably have a hand that you'd willingly keep. And that's going to do it. End step 2020. John with no answer. And we are on to game number 2, just like that. The only spells played that game being Lotus Petal on my side. John unable to find any type of answers. Sneak and Show doesn't usually have an abundance of answers for this either. You're really looking at trying to win on your own. And a 2020, one of the few creatures bigger, that Merit Lage, actually bigger than Emrakul, certainly way bigger than Gristlebrand. Now the life gain on Gristlebrand, not inconsequential. If you can get above 20, that adds a whole extra turn to the combo. And that can be very bad news. Of course, gaining an additional 20 life, not usually in the mix, but there are times where a deck like Death and Taxes, for example, having access to Swords to Plowshares, when you are duressing or thought seizing them, they may actually swords their own creature just to get above that 20 life threshold, rather than just allow the card to be discarded to your hand disruption. That is a line to consider. Not always the right play. Sometimes you're better off just keeping your pressure on board. But there are certainly times where that full extra turn makes all the difference in the world. John may have access to Blood Moon post-board. That is a card that, if it comes down, works a little bit differently than it did when I first started playing Dark Depths as a card. Currently, the rules with Blood Moon will prevent any counters being added to the Dark Depths as it enters the battlefield. So it just comes in as a non-basic mountain I believe Snow is a super type. That's a question. I'd have to look that up, if Snow is a super type or a subtype, if it actually loses that ability. I'm going to guess it's a super type. And we've got some mulliganing going on here. Sneak and Show, the type of deck that can still make an Emrakul on like a mull to 4. That very often can happen. And Emrakul not the worst versus this deck. If you get a swing off, it's definitely game. Losing your board with this deck is devastating, unlike Storm, which can sometimes just kind of double ritual into an Ad Nauseam or a Past in Flames and just completely ruin you even after you killed their couple of lands. Turbo Depths really does need a few permanents to pull it together. Not sure what we're discussing here. John's going to be on the play. He's got 7 cards in hand. Two are going back. And it looks like he's going to be keeping this mull to 5. Leading out with a basic mountain. That could signal a turn 2 Blood Moon. Preordained, nope. That probably would have been the best case scenario for him. Now the drawback of the way that Blood Moon currently works is you can play your Dark Depths with 0 counters and then Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy that Blood Moon and just get a free 20/20 as well. Sylvan Scrying, getting a Dark Depths. This exact situation, one of the few times where Into the North would have been superior. And a Show and Tell here. This is getting ugly. Oh, Vampire Hexmage. Oh, sick. Crop rotation. Getting Dark Depths and then sacrificing Hexmage. So the Show and Tell actually enabling the combo to happen a turn earlier. That Merit Lage token coming in, and Emrakul actually forced to chump block there, and John actually scooping it up rather than Emrakul being forced to play the role of a chump blocker. Possibly could have drawn into something and had an answer to that Merit Lage later on, but there was only a 1-turn window there, so incredible turn of events there. Show and Tell for Emrakul not getting the job done in this match. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.